Welcome to the Mercer Island School District's presentation on HVAC systems and COVID-19 risk minimization. Thank you for taking the time to view this short presentation on the work being done by MISD's Maintenance and Operations Department staff to mitigate risk as increasing numbers of students and staff begin returning to the buildings. This presentation will briefly explain what an HVAC or HVAC system is and how it works, describe some of the modifications being made to the existing building systems to improve indoor air quality, and conclude with a review of the steps MISD has taken to reduce risk as well as what actions individuals can take to minimize transmission. HVAC or HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. These mechanical systems are designed to manage the indoor air quality through filtration, ventilation, temperature regulation, and odor control. The system fans pull air from outdoors, routing it through filters and across coils before being delivered to indoor spaces. Return ducts pull air out of a single indoor space, creating airflow to regulate air quality and temperature. Indoor air in the return ducts does not travel from one interior space to another without going through the filtration process. The HVAC system's air handler is made up of a series of fans, filters, and heating and cooling coils. Fans are how the air is moved through the system. Filters are a physical barrier that remove particulate matter from the air as it passes through, and coils are the components that either heat or cool the air as it passes over them prior to delivery to an indoor space. Air filter effectiveness is rated on the MERV system. MERV stands for Minimum Efficiency Reporting Value. This measurement scale was designed by the American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Engineers in 1987 and is standard across the industry. The higher the score, the smaller the size of the particulate that will be captured by the filter from the air as it travels through. All Mercer Island School District buildings have HVAC systems with fans that pull air from outdoors, route it through filters, across coils, and then deliver it to indoor spaces. All MISD HVAC systems have been modified to increase ventilation airflow and minimize the recirculation rate of indoor air. It is important to note that no unfiltered air flows from one interior space to another or is recirculated within the same space. Opening windows is helpful for buildings without HVAC systems as they have no other means of introducing outside air to interior spaces. But opening windows is not required in the buildings with fan-powered filtered ventilation systems. All MISD buildings have systems which are designed to keep the air change rate as high as possible, and opening windows is not a requirement of this system. The other HVAC system that is utilized in our school buildings is direct exhaust. In restrooms and custodial spaces, the direct exhaust system runs continuously. Exhaust systems pull air from an indoor space and send it directly outside with no reintroduction elsewhere in the building. The modifications MISD has made to the school building HVAC systems that can minimize viral transmission include the following: increasing the amount of outside air introduced to the building and minimizing the recirculation rate, programming the HVAC systems to run for a minimum of 2 hours before and 2 hours after building occupancy, following the manufacturer's most recent guidelines for filter changes and regular maintenance of the HVAC systems, upgrading air filters throughout the school district building to MERV 13 filters from the pre-COVID standard filter range of MERV 8 to 11. This follows recommendations by the CDC and also OSHRA's guidance for school reopening to further reduce risk. In addition, the Mercer Island School District is continually reviewing and considering other risk reduction technologies as they become available. For example, the recommended current guidance dictates that if a fan is placed in a classroom, it must exhaust to the outdoors without moving air across the occupants in the space. Therefore, portable devices that circulate air within a classroom space are not recommended. This quote from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health's report, Schools for Health, Risk Reduction Strategies for Reopening Schools, may be helpful for keeping a grounded perspective. A risk reduction strategy is different from a goal of achieving zero cases. There is no such thing as zero risk in anything we do, and certainly not during a pandemic. The most important thing to understand regarding HVAC systems and their role in school buildings is they are designed to regulate and maintain air quality, and they are not a primary means of infectious disease control. The likelihood of transmission through the building HVAC system is minimal, so source control and behavior are critical. The best way to minimize transmission is source control. Stay home if you are sick or if you've been exposed to someone who is sick. The second best way is behavior. Wear a mask, wash your hands frequently, and practice social distancing. While there are no building modifications that can eliminate the risk of COVID-19 transmission, the Mercer Island School District is committed to doing everything practical to reduce risk to our school community members. This concludes the presentation on HVAC systems and COVID-19 transmission risk minimization by the Mercer Island School District. Thank you for your time.